What's up, comic amigos, and welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd Top Pick Show. We want to thank you for all your support. We want to thank you for all those subs and likes. We really do appreciate it. But let's get on with the show, and let's start with a little roll call. Let's pass this on to Alonzo. What's up, Alonzo?
What up, nerds? This is Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops on Instagram. I am a comic book nerd as well as a pop culture fanatic. Over to you, Nick.
Yo, Nick over here, Firecell Comics, Marvel nerd, general commentator about pop culture. I'm going to pass that over to JR. Let's go.
It's JR, Rogues Law on Instagram, your Star Wars nerd, your Marvel nerd, your all-around nerd. Let's head it over to Rob. What's up with you, sir?
What's going on, guys? Big Rob, Rob's Nerd Haven on Instagram, and I'm just chilling with you guys tonight. Let's go on to Ian.
And my name's Ian. You can catch me at Hood Rat Comics over on Instagram. I'm just your Winnie the Pooh honey pot finder, schizophrenic collector. All right, let's get on with this. What you got for us this week, JR?
Okay, so my pick of the week is Marvel's main event going on right now. This is Lord of the Empires, Celestial Messiah. This is the son of Mantis and Swordsman, and he's going to be your big villain for this run. He's pretty much a badass. This is why the Kree and the Skrull teamed up to fight. They're fighting the Koti, or I don't even know how the hell you say it. But if you go back and read Avengers Skrull War, or Avengers Kree Skrull War, you'll understand why they don't like each other. This was the third party in that whole run. I think this is going to be a key one. This is, I believe, the first appearance of this guy, or first cover appearance of him. And I believe the first appearance was Avengers Fantastic Four Empire Zero. But you've got this cover and the next cover. And I actually like the other one better.
Yeah,
but this is your variant.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of feels like a really bad Native American kind of vibe to it.
He looks like a zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was thinking with the feathers and stuff, kind of a Native American, because they're kind of like a hippie race. They're like, they built this whole garden, and like that was their whole thing. The Kree built this war type things, and they built a garden. And the Kree then went and killed almost all of them.
It's Harvey Birdman, the zombie.
I don't like the hair.
But either way, I think this is going to be a key issue. I think this character is going to be something to look at down the future. Maybe even show up in some movies. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. What do we got next coming up, Ian?
You got me. So this week I'm going with Firepower. So I wasn't too excited about this until I read the Free Comic Book Day book, and that one really got me. So first of all, like we all saw this movie, right? We all love movies like this and books like this. We got, Iron Fist, Last Dragon, American Ninja, and stuff like that. But I'm saying, who cares, man? Who gives a shit? Like, I love these type of movies. I mean, I love watching, these movies getting made over and over again. I love the Kung Fu Western soul searcher, man. And that's what this guy is. This guy's protagonist. His name is Owen Wilson. He goes on the search for his long-lost parents. He was adopted in America by pretty good parents, but he wanted to find himself, and he trained himself while looking for his parents. And when he actually made his way to this land, I'm not going to give too much away. Like he was a pretty good fighter, So. It's a real fresh take on this Kung Fu Western. You have, a master who teaches, his student. You have the long lost love. You have the hard believer, and you got the antagonist. And they are called the Scorched Earth Clan. But it is a great book, and this is brought to you by Robert Kirkman. And, everybody knows Robert Kirkman of Walking Dead, Invincible, Oblivion song. And then you got the artist who is Chris Samney, who has touched Thor, Avengers, Daredevil, and Rocketeer. But what I really like about this book is some of the themes in it. This whole little concept of unwanted responsibilities, and that's part of what is part of the story. And also, like, what I really like about is the theme of marginality. A lot of us who are come from two different cultures kind of understand this. And even if you're from one culture and you're in America, you're always caught between one word and the other. And I think this really sings to that. And we got a second cover. Actually, number 1 and number 2 come out next week. So if you can get that free comic book day, I know a lot of shops are charging $5 for it now. And you can get the trade that came out, which is like a prelude to all the books. And that one is awesome. Like the master in there, his name is Master Wei Lun. And then I'm not gonna, I'll give away a little bit. Like this dude wears Jordans. He listens to pretty cool music like Radiohead, and I really like him. I thought he brought like a lot of freshness to this. But yeah, go and check this out. Like I said, grab that the free comic book day one and the prelude, and you'll be all set for a little firepower with Robert Kirkman. So moving on, what you got, Rob?
Well, I got some guy named Batman. I don't know if you know him, but yeah. This is Batman 96. It's a continuation of the Joker War, one of the hottest stories in comic books. And you know, it's Batman. It's punchline. It's the Joker. It's Batgirl just getting. If you read Batgirl, she's in trouble. But Robin is an interesting turn of events for him in this storyline. I'm liking it so far. I'm definitely appreciating the art, the story. I highly recommend jump on Batman if you could at least get some of these back issues. If you haven't been on it, I highly recommend that as well. The art, let's cover A. It's a decent cover, and Martina's been killing it on cover B. Pretty much every cover is fire, and there's also 1 in 25 incentive, which shows a new character. Can we see that picture there, Ian? Yeah, so the Clown Hunter, he's going to be the new character. He's should be around for a while. I don't know how much he will be, but it's an interesting design to him. I don't know about that hat he's wearing. I don't know how that signifies him with the Clown Hunter. I guess to me, it reminds me of a rooster when I look at him, but whatever.
Or Savage Dragon.
Yeah, Savage Dragon with tie, and he's skinny and white. But
he's a businessman. He means business.
Yeah.
Maybe
Clown
that's
Hunter.
Maybe that's Red Goblin's death.
Well, so Clown Hunter, I guess he's on the Batman side. He has a little batarang on his bat there, and he hunts down clowns. So definitely interesting to get to meet this guy and see how he comes out about. And yeah, Batman 96. Get on your pull list. It's must get. It's all the way to the Eye of Brooklyn.
All right, so what you got, Alonzo?
All right, so for me, and this book's always on my pull, is The Black Cat, and it's number 12. So if you have been reading this book, you know that at the very end of issue 11, Black Cat dons or gets her first Iron Man type armor. So in this issue, you actually get to see it and see her actually use it. So I'm really, really excited about it and interested in it. I think there's, and if you've read some of the Avengers books where Black Widow got her own Iron Man armor, I think this will also get a lot of hype, especially seeing Black Cat, who's not an Avenger, doesn't have anything to do with Avengers or anything like that, don this armor. And cover B is where you actually get to see her, and that's a scan cover. So this is the variant, and you get to see her in the actual armor. And I think it looks really cool. The only thing that I do not like, and I think it's the ponytails in the back. Yeah. Not a big fan of it, but other than that, I think it's an exciting cover, a lot of stuff going on. And again, I really want to see what Black Cat does using this stolen Tony Stark armor.
She stole it, and it looks perfect for her.
Yeah, it's one of those things like so
One
Tony
size fits all.
Yeah, exactly. Has this virtual what is it, like armor mill or whatever. She goes in there and she's like, oh, this is really easy to use, kind of like playing dolls. So you start to put things together, and it's made to fit, and it's probably using those like nanites that have been known to kind of deform the body of whoever's using it.
It looks like there's a hinge in her ear, like those ears. They move up and like, you know.
Or they probably fly. They probably go like this.
Yeah, exactly. Like she's a Chobit or something like that.
Probably
for
when she
sure.
hears the music, they light up and she goes.
You know, if that's what she wanted on her armor, I'm sure that's what it is. But I think it looks cool. I just don't
That someone does.
that ponytail, but I do like the scan variant versus the Campbell variant.
Thanks, Alonzo. And moving on to our man with the deal. What you got, Nick?
So this isn't like a CGC deal. This is more of a raw deal right now. This book is still going pretty cheap raw. It's going for under $50 raw in most conditions. You can find near mint ones on the higher end of that, but this is the first Cersei. I forgot the actress who's playing her, but Gemma Chan.
Oh.
Gemma Chan, right? Gemma Chan, and like, I don't know if a lot of people know the rumors of what this movie's going to be about, but from what I can tell and the rumors I've heard is it's going to be about the love story of her and the Kit Harington character. So the major integral roles in this movie, and this is a key that still could be found for, you know, I saw a sale here for $9 of a fine condition book. You know, this is old book. CGCs are still hot. CGC 9.8s are still, you know, $400. 9.6s are still high, but you can find 6s, 7s out there that are clean or can be cleaned up, you know, pretty cheap. This is just a book that, you know, you should have in your collection if you're trying to build your collection out and have a solid collection. Could be looked at as a Bronze Age key, a really big one, you know, 5 years from now.
And it's Kirby too, isn't it?
Yeah,
Look
you
at
can
the
tell those
style.
Kirby faces,
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with the king.
right? And
Can't go
I
wrong with
mean,
Gemma Chan.
Gemma Chan, right? They killed her in one movie for her to rise in another movie as a different
Yeah.
character. I remember, like, I was watching Captain Marvel, and spoilers, she doesn't make it out of that movie alive. But when she hits the canyon wall, I was just like, oh, well, there goes her. That happened.
But now
Gemma Chan.
I'm not exactly familiar with the whole Eternal story. I never read it. But don't they have ties to the whole Kree and all that stuff too?
They're space people, so you know, I guess you could loosely tie.
Well, I know that there was the primordials and all that stuff, but I thought they kind of tied into the whole Inhumans and that whole Kree thing there.
But thanks a lot for joining us again for the Team Nerd Herd podcast and our top picks and our what if. We really appreciate it. But JR, what's up, man? You want to tell the world on where else you can find us?
You can find us on Instagram and on Facebook with the name Team Nerd Herd Podcast, all one word. We're always putting out updates on both the platforms. We have questions that we put out there. Give us some topics, stuff like that. You can talk smack about us. Tell us what book you think is going to be hot. And that's about it over there. Anything else we got, Ian?
Nope. And if you can, just leave a comment on below. We'd really appreciate it, and that helps us with this YouTube algorithm that we're trying to catch. But thanks a lot for joining us again, and we really appreciate all the support. And Nick, you want to take us out, bro?
Yeah, man. Because if you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Boom.
DJ Abomination.